Welcome to the Caribbean Property Investing Podcast, where we share real-life experiences for successful Caribbean property entrepreneurs. Learn about their successes, challenges, and strategies to help you create your plan for financial freedom. Now let's get started.
I've always wanted to get a lot more from my credit card. With this Bank of St. Lucia Visa credit card, I have that ultimate flexibility. That card can be used to purchase absolutely anything online without any limitation. In fact, it's real money. The Bank of St. Lucia Visa credit card is by far my best credit card experience for the flexibility, for the rewards, and of course, for the unmatched technology. I'm totally satisfied. It has surpassed all of my expectations.
To ruminate, to create your ultimate living space. And at Courts, you'll find what you need. Choose from our wide range of furniture, electronics, and accessories to complete your space. We're here and ready to assist. Give us a call to place your order. Shop online at shopcourts.com or visit us in store. So ruminate at Courts, bringing value home.
Welcome to episode 33 of the Caribbean Property Investing Podcast. Today we have a special show, and I always say that, and it is a special show because for a very long time we've been looking to get a guest from a country with beautiful natural resources, pristine rainforests, sugarcane plantation, rice fields, bauxite, gold reserves, and most recently, they got oil and gas. By now, you would have guessed that we're speaking about the only English-speaking country in South America, beautiful Guyana. And we have none other than Miss Sheffield Douglas from Stabrook Solutions. Welcome, Miss Douglas.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I have to apologize publicly to you. Coordinating and getting this organized took a lot, and you were so magnanimous with your patience and flexibility. I want to thank you, and I think all of our thousands of listeners and guests, they express that gratitude as well. So, Sheffield, you said call you Sheffy. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm Sheffield Douglas, preferred to be called Sheffy, or well known as Sheffy. I'm a mother, first and foremost, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the co-founder of Stabrook Solutions. And just to give you, our listeners, a brief overview of our company, Starbrook basically is a women-founded and operated real estate relocation and administrative company that aims to provide comprehensive relocation services to our clients, who are mostly expats coming into the Guyanese market. We have been operating since 2019. So basically, we started out our company, my business partner and I, Miss Primus, we started our company at a time when the world was hit with a pandemic. And we are, I am very pleased that I'm here this evening to sit and share with you guys not only what Starbrook is doing, but also what's going on in Guyana as it relates to real estate development and the country's development and whole.
I know that as a co-founder, you're humble, but tell us about yourself. You're originally from Guyana. Tell us what it was like before you started Starbrook, just a little bit.
Okay. I born and grew up in a very small indigenous community. It's in Region 7. Of course, I don't know if you're aware, Guyana has 10 administrative regions. My region basically is primarily gold and diamond base. Yes, yes. So, in addition to being a co-founder of Stabrook Solutions, I also own and manage a mining company, gold mining company. So that is just a little bit of what I do. And yes, you see, you look so surprised.
No, I mean, first of all, for small island people like us, we don't have regions. We have a little space. 238 square miles. In Saint Lucia, so we have districts, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to the vastness and the size of districts or regions in Guyana. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking about Guyana, in terms of the history and the relationship with the rest of the Les Antilles, in the, I think, 50s and 60s, a lot of our forefathers, grandparents, would have migrated to Guyana because of the gold boom or the gold rush, and the shared natural resources. So a lot of St. Lucians, maybe Bajans, Dominicans, other people in the Wheel Islands would have had relatives, would have gone to Guyana for work.
Guyana is expected to continue with its massive economic growth, with the World Bank now projecting that in 2022, this year, the country will grow by some 49%. This is a revision of an earlier estimation that economic growth in Guyana for 2022 would be pegged at some 23%. This was stated in the World Bank's Global Economic Prospects report that was released on Tuesday. Now, this positive economic growth is something that Guyana has been recording for the past few years, despite the COVID-19 pandemic and all of the economic declines it brought over the Latin America and Caribbean region. This is largely attributed to Guyana's new oil and gas industry, which has been seeing massive revenues being garnered. But President Dr. Irfan Ali, in an invited comment on Tuesday, says that his government is focused on ensuring that the economic growth Guyana is experiencing is not only tied to the oil and gas industry.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Actually, in Region 8, a lot of St. Lucians, they went in the 60s, behind the gold rush, trying to capitalize on that. One of the places that they're, a lot of St. Lucians are, or, their children now, is in Madia, right? A popular gold mining town still to date.
The richness of Guyana, in terms of before I move on to the substantive topic, is there any research done, or has there been any research done on roughly an estimate of how much gold is left, how much diamonds are still left in terms of the reserves? Any idea, or is it still seen as almost infinite?
And that's a good question. It's I am not part of the Ghana Geology and Mines Commission, so I wouldn't be able to say. However, what I can tell you, it's obviously there's still a lot more gold to be explored here, because just I think 2 days ago, from the government side, there's been an announcement that three large-scale gold mining companies, they're going to be entering into the market pretty soon. So yes, I do. I can say from that announcement, most likely yes, a lot of gold is still here to be discovered.
So let's pivot. I'm going to go and zoom in on your specific niche area.
Yeah.
A report came out a couple of months ago, earlier this year, after the discovery of oil and gas. It's, I think, about 2 years now in Guyana, about a year and a half. Projected growth rates jumped from 23% to something like 49% by the World Bank. And that was also cited when speaking about the overall growth rate, projected growth rate of the Caribbean for 2022 at 7%. And if you strip down Guyana out of it, it's like 4%. So Guyana accounts for almost 50% of that growth rate. So
Yeah.
tell us about
Yeah.
that oil and gas boom and what has it meant for real estate, and specifically your area, which is relocation, real estate relocation?
Yes. Um, the development of the oil and gas sector here has been, it's been enormous. It has served as a catalyst not only for the real estate industry but other sectors. From in the 5 years ago, Guyana is a very low key country with a modest economy, and tourism was doing good, fairly well, but today it has just exploded, and we're seeing it across board, not only in the real estate industry, but also tourism, quarrying and mining, agriculture. So it has been the development of the oil and gas sector. I can safely say from observation, it has served as like a catalyst. So these other industries could, take off and, meet their true potential. In terms of my area, real estate, I can say it just it's like literally a developer's gold mine being here in Guyana right now as a investor in the real estate sector industry. Sorry. Prices for houses, everything, land, houses, just skyrocketing right now. I know a lot of people are concerned it's just a bubble, and we hope that it don't burst anytime soon. But it is on the whole very, very, very positive. Every week we come into contact with either Guyanese who were living overseas, or foreigners coming in wanting to invest in housing development. Right? Just a few weeks ago, we were in meeting with a Brazilian company that is coming here to do high-rise apartment, luxury apartment building. So the opportunities are endless in the real estate industry. With regards to relocation, a whole new field for persons like myself in Guyana. It has been just overwhelming. It's a thriving field right now. We have helped so many families to get settled, and it's just very, very positive all around. It's all about positioning, if you want to capitalize. Yeah.
So I've had two relocation experiences. One when I moved to Grenada, and the other time when I moved to Bahamas. And in each instance, I can tell you I wasn't so privileged. You know, I only got the assistance of the local HR liaising with the country HR. Tell us the extent of your services from the point of contact. So I want to move, say, to Guyana now. I just got a job. What happens next? What happens next? What's the process?
Well, our process basically begins from pre-arrival. You make contact with us, and we start the process immediately, and it finishes at integration, right? When our client is fully settled. Um, in between, we offer a host of services to our clients, from real estate alignment, visa and immigration support, NIS, in order for them to remain compliant, NIS, the 10 certificates. We assist with bank creation of bank accounts, driver's license, personalized orientation tours, because we have different clients. You may come alone as a solo business traveler. You might just be interested in learning about finding out all the hotspots, where all the hotspots are, so you can hang out with your friends in your new town every weekend. right? And that's fine. We will take you to that. We will show you, we'll connect you with all these spots, right? And then you might have a family coming. They would just like to find out where are the schools, the theater, the doctors. We connect them with all these service providers, and so it's holistic. Once a client said to us, Starbrook is like a one-stop shop, and in a lot of ways, yes, we are, because we looked at all, you know, everything. We looked at what would our clients need in order to transition from their country to Guyana, um, stress free, and to ensure the process is seamless. So yes, that is what
So
we are
I'm
doing.
thinking, I'm thinking now. So I'm moving with my family, and I
Yeah.
want a property that's safe, and a certain budget and close to where I work. What's the relationship like between Starbrook and the realtors? What does that relationship look like? And how do I get to know what my options are without being there?
Okay, so prior to starting Stabrook, um, I would have been in real estate. So presently, I function more in real estate at Starbrook. However, and also, I don't know if you missed that, but we also offer real estate alignment, right?
Of course.
Services. Um, in addition to that, we have a network of agencies that we collaborate with, right? We are all about collaboration and building each other up. Um, so yes, so just to answer your question, yeah, we have a good relationship with agents, with other agencies. So if you're looking for something and we don't have that, then we reach out to our network, right? To the source a property to suit your needs.
Okay. So let's talk about real estate in Guyana and some of the changes before the boom and after the boom. What has changed as far as you're concerned from your observations the most?
There's been a lot of changes and significant ones too. Prior to the boom, we saw a lot of requests for housing in central Georgetown. Now the request is being out of Georgetown. It's on the East Bank corridor because mainly because the shore bases are set up along the East Bank corridor. Um, Persons are asking for gated communities. They prefer condos. They prefer townhouse. So yeah, compared to in the past, persons preferred single house. So yeah, we have seen a lot of changes, and yeah, of course, we are well, we are adaptable. So we're
On what have you found in the main would be a typical request based on, let's say you have a family. Give me a comparison between a single a bachelor professional and somebody with a family in terms of the type of housing and real estate accommodation. What are the differences from your observations they'll be asking for?
um, most times the single travel business executive, they go for like a two-bedroom. They request like a two-bedroom condo or townhouse. Yes, hardly you're finding people are requesting a single house, maybe because of in Guyana here, we normally build huge houses, so you have to look at all the maintenance factor and so forth. But the request is now for a condo or a townhouse, whereas a small family would request either a townhouse or a single house, right? And even a family with like two children, they prefer a townhouse. Why here they prefer that? Because most time in the situation here presently is we really don't have much gated communities, and in Windsor Estates, for example, they have a variety of options from townhouses to condos to single houses. So a lot of people prefer to choose a townhouse um, in a gated community.
And that's primarily for security reasons, from your observation.
That's right. That's right. Top priority most of for all of our clients is security, right? Being an expat in a country that like Guyana, yes, we're developing, but of course, security remains a major concern. And so normally the request always is to be in a safe neighborhood, and preferably a gated community.
Okay, Sheffy, a question about um, real estate investing. I want us to look at it in two different ways, or let's look at two different scenarios. Walk us through a scenario of a normal government worker or a normal professional who wants to get in the property ladder, as in getting land, building their own home. What does that process look like? And then secondly, we'll talk about someone is looking to do multiple units as an investor. So talk us through the journey of a normal person just trying to get a house and land in Ghana. What's that process like and how difficult is it? How easy is it?
Um, Acquiring a house and land anywhere is not difficult once you have the financing. However, there are several there are several ways in which you could acquire a piece of land here in Guyana. For Guyanese, you can simply go to the Ministry of Housing and Water and apply for a plot of land. Normally, it's typically like a 50 by 70 size, and the processing time, it takes a little time. It has improved in terms of the waiting time now, um, but in addition to that, you if you have the capital, you can simply go and purchase a piece of land and approach a bank about financing and build your house. What we are seeing right now is that a lot of Guyanese are either returning just to invest in real estate, um, build a house and put it up for rent. Locally here, a lot of Guyanese are also seeking financing to purchase a investment property, right? Because they recognize that there's a shortage. One, and also with that shortage comes the inflated prices, and they're looking to basically capitalize, position themselves to able to make money from this industry, and and the boom that's going on right now in the housing sector.
Right now, what are average residential interest rates in Ghana for banks for mortgages?
It varies. It varies, but it can start something like 8% and go all the way up to like I think around 16, if I'm not wrong. It varies from bank to bank. Yeah, that is why it's
Wow.
always important if you are going to purchase to, retain the services of a broker, for them to guide you through the process, right? So that process would be, seamless, and and in the end, you'll be satisfied with your purchase or your investment, because at the end of the day, you're investing in order to, get a return quickly too.
Yeah. I want to give our audience a sense of the before and after. So Sheffy,
Mhm.
wearing your old hat as a real estate practitioner in the past before joining Starbrook Solution, give us an example of the inflation that you guys are experiencing. So, for example, a normal townhouse, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. What was it before the boom, and what is it now?
Oh, wow, the landscape has changed significantly. 5 years ago, houses you could have find a 3 bedroom, uh, 2.5 baths, or 3 baths for 2,500. Um,
US
now,
dollars? US
US
dollars?
dollars,
US dollars.
US dollars. Yes. Now it's something like around 5,000 US dollars, right? So the prices are really inflated. A townhouse presently is listed, at $4,800 US, and all the prices are quoted in US. Um, a 2 bedroom, 2 bath condo, it's something like around 28 to $3,000, right? A single house, 4 bedrooms, 3 to 4 bedrooms, furnished. It you, the price starts something like 5,000 to 6,000 something, 6,000 plus. A house with a pool would be listed furnished around 7,000 to 8,000 plus. Um, yes, it is pretty expensive.
This price is high. However, the most important factor is the relative cost of building. Um, what
Yes.
what would you say? Give me a ballpark, and I know there's a wide range, but what's the typical, what's the typical cost to build per square foot, roughly ballpark US? So in St. Lucia, it probably is about 110 US, close to $300 right now. Before COVID, it would have been maybe about 100 US. So it probably increased 10 to 20% now. That's price per square foot to build on average. What's it like now in Ghana?
Interestingly enough, it is around the same pricing range. Um, Before COVID, it was like around 60, $65 to $70. But of course, with COVID and all the challenges that brought, and then the demand for housing here in Guyana, it has just skyrocketed because, of course, with all the projects that are going on, there's a shortage in sand, stones, building materials in general. So it has skyrocketed to something like it could be around like like 120 something. Yeah, like around a hundred and like a hundred between 100 and $125.
Yeah, and that would make sense because that would be consistent with the. Now that doesn't mean that there's a direct
Yeah,
correlation per se, 100% or 1 to 1 between the price of inputs and the charge of rent, because there are some areas, even in St. Lucia, and in fact almost every other country, where certain locations in the country there's a premium on it that may not necessarily have a direct correlation with the cost of building in that particular area, but just the demand and the proximity to certain types of amenities. Having said that,
yeah,
let's put on our developer's hat right now. So I'm interested in getting good returns, Sheffield. I've seen the news reports about the boom in Guyana, and I am thinking that I must have some kind of uncle or grand uncle somewhere in Guyana that I can talk to, that I can probably get some kind of base for me to go and do a fourplex. So I'm interested in a fourplex in Guyana, Sheffield. What can I expect? So I will call Stabrook Solutions, even if I'm not necessarily moving to live there, but I'm going to call Stabrook Solutions for their network. But what can I expect? And what would you say to me if I said, okay, Sheffield, I want to do three, 400, maybe 400,000 US maximum. I want a piece of land and I want to do a fourplex, four apartment. Would you tell me? What would you tell me to that? What would you say to that?
I would say you're on the right path, because right now the limitation of land, people are not building single houses really anymore, right? You're just trying to maximize, your profit by going 2, 3 stories, 3 levels. I would say yes, because you would be able to recover that money in a very short period of time, based providing the demand is still there, right? The prices, I do not believe that the prices are going to go down, because we have, like you just mentioned, the ripple effect from COVID, and the cost of importation, the cost of materials, everything. It's not going to go. It's not going to reduce. Hence, the prices are not going to reduce, right? But yet, there's a lot of leeway to make a very good profit. So I would say yes, dive right in. Actually, you have to hurry up, because every day persons are coming in, developers are coming in, purchasing acres of land to do exactly what you just mentioned.
And how difficult is it for a non-national? What are some of the requirements that Starbuck Solutions will help us with that we would need to set up a business, a company, to do property development?
Yes. Yeah. For non-nationals, in terms of, you have to get a business proposal. If you would like to purchase land through the government, state land, that is possible. Like I mentioned, of course, you talk to your broker, and they will guide you. We will guide you through the steps, but you will have to approach Go Invest and put forward your proposal. And of course, it must be, how should I say, it must be benefiting Guyanese, what you plan to do. And after that, you have to engage basically two entities, Go Invest and the Guyana Lands and Survey, if you're trying to lease or to purchase state land to do your developmental project.
And ballpark, what's the range right now, price per square foot for setting up exactly that type of development to attract expats? What's the price per square foot in those areas, roughly?
It varies. It's hard to say this is a specific cost, because of the demand right now. Private citizens who own land, vast amount of land, if they wake up tomorrow morning and say we would like 5 cents US for square foot, then that is either you pay that or you leave it. So that is what's going on right now. And so it varies, but it's around like 3 to 5 cents, something like, if I am not wrong, that is for leasing.
Oh, listen, but in terms of purchasing, would 10 US a square foot, 10 US a square foot sound reasonable? Or that sounds high?
I would say per acre, let's just, with large, price per acre would start somewhere between like 500 to 600,000 US dollars.
And in Guyana, they do everything big because there's so much of everything. Everything is big. Price per acre.
Everything is big.
That's
Yeah.
quite a lot. Wow. In terms of some of the other challenges the real estate real estate investors might encounter in Guyana, other than the administrative challenges of setting up and, of course, capital? What are some of the challenges current practitioners experience, landlords and investors, from your experience?
In terms of setting up shop here, um, one of the major challenge right now is sourcing lands to do your project, because simply most people would like a plot of land in Georgetown or on the East Bank, and it's either not feasible because of the cost right now, or it's not in an area that is established with electricity and with water and so forth. So that is one of the challenges investors are faced with right now. Basically, if they purchase a piece of land for uh, $500,000 US, they still need to go and develop it to bring it up
Okay.
to
What about the issue of the exchange rate and the fluctuation? That must be an issue, because you may have a cost projected, budgeted, and the exchange rate moves, and you suddenly have something else to deal with.
yeah. Yeah, that is proven to be a little bit of a challenge, because it's not stable in terms of the exchange rate, right? So it's hard to, basically, if you budget for a project for 100 million, then you have to prepare another 50 million or 25 million just in case there's some spikes in the prices due to the exchange rates and so forth.
Now, Sheffy, in terms of the exchange rate, right now it's roughly, for the benefit of our viewers, right now it's roughly 200 Guyanese dollars to one US dollar.
Unfortunately, no, it's around 210 to 212 to $1. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah,
and all right.
yeah.
Well, Sheffy, I think I really enjoyed getting to understand the market and the boom that's happening in Guyana right now. But in wrapping up, what advice you have for anyone watching this podcast and saying, Guyana, Stabrook Solutions, what advice you have for them? Anybody thinking of becoming interested?
I would definitely invite you to come and look at all the opportunities that are present here right now. See how best you can invest, be it in real estate, in the agriculture sector, in mining. It's Guyana right now. It's like a gold mine of opportunities. You just cannot go wrong coming to Guyana and investing in Guyana presently. It's a country that the economy is so young. We're still like a little infant, so many more years to go. And all this, the oil and gas sector has really, I will revert back to what I said earlier, really served as a catalyst basically to help these other industries to expand. So the opportunities are not only in the real estate industry, but agriculture and other industries, other sectors. So yes, come and connect with Starbrook, and let us help you get settled here, get set up here, and yeah.
All right, Sheffy, thanks a lot for that insight into Guyana. So you've been listening to another episode of the Caribbean Property Investing Podcast. This episode was very insightful, because we really wanted to get a sense of what was happening down south in Guyana. For more episodes, more videos, check out our YouTube channel, Caribbean Property Investing Podcast, as well as our IG page, Facebook, and ultimately CaribbeanPropertyInvesting.com. Until next time, See you, and remember, everyone needs somewhere to live. You might as well own yours.
I have a very demanding life, so it's important that as often as possible, I take some time out to recharge my batteries. Whether I do that with an impromptu trip, community therapy, or dining out at some of my favorite restaurants. I need it to be hassle-free. And I get just that with my Bank of St. Lucia Visa credit card. And the best part is that I get points back on every single purchase. So that means more trips, more shopping, and more amazing food. Imagine a card that rewards me for my lifestyle.
To ruminate to create your ultimate living space. And at Courts, you'll find what you need. Choose from our wide range of furniture, electronics, and accessories to complete your space. We're here and ready to assist. Give us a call to place your order. Shop online at shopcourts.com or visit us in store. So ruminate at Courts, bringing value home.
Congratulations and thank you for tuning in to the Caribbean's first property investing podcast. We want to help Caribbean people create wealth and achieve financial freedom through property investing. Our show provides general advice based on personal experiences and is for educational purposes only. For more information, resources, and past episodes, visit us at CaribbeanPropertyInvesting.com. Remember to click the subscribe button so you never miss a show. Let's go.